Good evening, dear friends. Yes, on YouTube we are live. Let me check my uh, Twitch as well. Yes, seems like on Twitch as well. Let me change here. Channel. Do I change this mode? Maybe I go to settings and then yes, notes only chat. Mhm. So once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we will be we will be covering the last couple of rounds, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth rounds. And so Vladimir Fedosiev is playing black pieces against David Gavrilescu. And time control is 5+2. Of course, later on we will switch to analyzing also early title Tuesday. I'm not going to play. I will be covering the event for you. Yes, Fedosiev is 4.5 out of 5. Uh, but he was very lucky against Duda. He was completely lost, and he was also completely lost against Prague just now, but he managed to draw. Knight c4. If you move, then bishop e4 is coming. Yes, if knight f6, always e5, g5 ideas are there. So I don't think you really like to go f5, but Fedosiev plays f5. Knight d6, queen d6, g takes f, e takes f. I would consider queen b3. G takes, e takes, queen h5, g6 is coming. Yes, queen b3 looks interesting. So what is happening? Levon Aronian is playing Alireza. Alireza doesn't play well. He started 0 out of 3. Yes, bishop e6. Yes, seems a very safe position for Levon. I don't like knight b6 much. Knight is coming to c5. Maybe here we can try f4, but don't see any point. Yes, hello everyone. Hello, dear friends. Levon goes f4. So then I apologize for saying this. And we see MVL playing this opening, which Fedosiev also played against Deak Bogdan. Aravind is surprising everyone. He's being he's in leading group of players. Queen d7. So what if bishop e7 d5? What if bishop e7 d5? Probably Mr. Veselin Topalov wants to play rook fd8. But queen e2. Yes, I think bishop e7 is the move you should consider, but no. Bishop e7 takes d5, queen f6, queen d6. Yes, very classy move. You are threatening knight g6, maybe even knight f5. Oh, I'm not sure about knight f5. Always d5 ideas are there. Yes, I have queen h5, but yes, if I take, yes, d5, you can always play some move with the queen. And Prague seems in some trouble. So queen b3 and Fedosiev goes b5, another complex position, but seems like knight d6 I should take, but also I have knight d5, very interesting move. Knight d3 also does it look interesting, attacking both the pieces. So knight d6, queen d6, some compensation here, no doubts. I can also go knight d5, with bishop e5, then queen e6 is coming. I do have also knight d3, attacking here. So a lot of interesting ideas are there. b5. Oh, yes, Duda is already better. Like, what happened? d4, bishop f4, and d5, b5. Prag goes c4, knight d4, queen f3. Like, yes, Prag knew this, I guess. d5, b5, and now e4, knight takes e4, queen f3. Prag knew it. Queen a5, knight d2, knight f6 back. And here the strongest is knight d2, I guess, with the ideas to play some knight c3 or c4 maybe. Yes, bishop b7, c4, b takes c, knight c3. Wow. So a4, and then bishop b7, and you're simply losing bishop d5. You're already 2 pawns down. Queen b4, takes, takes e6. Yes. It was knight e5, queen e7, bishop g5, knight f6, a4. I don't like, honestly speaking, what Fedosiev is doing, but yes, a takes b is coming, short castle, g takes f is coming, bishop e5, d takes c, knight b d7, knight c6. Looks very dangerous, looks very dangerous. Though maybe against Gavrilescu you should do something like this to get a complicated position. I don't like c4. I would play short castle with the idea f3 eventually to open up. Yeah, short castle Gavrilescu plays, and Levan Aronian is better. Yesterday I was listening Caruana's podcast, and he said if Alireza plays the rapid tournament more or less okay, then he's so strong in Blitz. But no doubt he's very strong. But after playing quite decently, the rapid tournament, sharing first, tying first, he today started very badly, and it continues, I guess. Yes, let's see. Hello, hello, Max. Nice to see you here. So Gavrilescu is very short on time. So what did he play? He went short castle and then takes queen f7. And here g takes, he takes queen f7, bishop d2. Yes, b5 is coming. It is interesting. So Topalov is rushing. Yes, unfortunately here bishop h7 does not work. Knight h7 and then knight takes g5 is coming. So queen d3, knight g6, and then knight d5, very safe, takes bishop d5, bishop c2, queen c7, classy move, trading the queens, rook c7, doubling, and then small, yes, rook c4, no doubts, black is better. And what are we having here? Yes, very simple position for Duda. I think he is going to win, and slowly Fedosiev is getting a better position. Knight takes b4 will be played. Yes, he is not worse. He is not worse. Maybe he's not better. Yes, rook d8, attacking the pawn on d4. Yes, f3. Takes or e3. I think Fedoseva will play e3. So because he takes f bishop, yes, e3, f4, and now some knight d3, rook c6 is coming. g5, g5. Why not g5? g5, f takes g, king g5. E2, yes, this is probably some win, some concrete win. I guess rook e8 is very unpleasant move to play. Yes, this is he collapsed, takes rook e6, finishes the game. Yes, and then e1 queen. Yes, e1 queen. Fedoseev wins another game. He's 5.5 out of 6. Whoops. Oh, this is. Oh, Fedoseev didn't see e1 queen, which is like, am I blind or? I think e1 is working, no? Yes, he didn't see. Yes, but of course this is enough. This is enough. So Fedosiev is winning. Levon Aronian is, of course, much better. So he is one pawn up, and yes, even if not the pawn, then he is better. You just play rook h4 and then knight f6 and then checkmate. Knight f7 is the only move, but you just take twice, I guess, on f6. Yes, Alireza probably resigned. So Alireza is having, yes, knight f7 he went, takes, rook c7. You can just win another pawn. Maybe simply you don't need rook g6, of course, with the idea f6 to play. Levon wants to go f6. Yes, f6, bishop f5 is coming, and rook g7 is very nasty move. Yes, I would play rook g7. Yes, now rook h7, rook g4 is coming. Maybe c4 is the only move. But yes, this is completely winning. Bishop g6, any move. And Levon, of course, wins. And let's see here. MVL is completely winning against Bogdan Deak. And Aravind is still trying. Oh, yes, king d6 you should play, I guess. Yes, this is just lost. You are losing one of your pawns, even hedge is going. So Aravind is losing, unfortunately, but still, game goes on, but 1 minute and more. Maybe some small chances. Um, yes, Duda is winning, of course. You can go d3. Yes, this also rook takes before is coming. But, maybe some small chances takes. And now you should play king e2, I guess. Yes, it is winning, but now I start pushing this pawn. This is not that easy. Yes, and of course, yes, you can see. Game is going to end in a draw. Game is going to end in a draw. Uh, Good game to Levon. I met Levon in Grand Prix. Yes, 10 minutes to him. He is amazing and very humble person. I agree. I agree. Very nice person, very humble person. And what is happening here? Rook h8. Why rook h8? Because if I take. Wait. Prague is. Oh, very painful. Another painful game for Prague because he could easily score point in a game against Fedoseev. He was completely winning. Huh. And it was probably minus infinity or close to that. Huh. And he didn't win, and here he was losing from the start of the game. But yes, King D3, what a blunder. Like very typical. Of course, he was in time trouble, but that's the format. Yes, I don't fully understand when people are trying to. Um, I fully understand the critics and criticizing because they knew the format. And let's say if you don't see the tactics enough faster, then this is not a classical chess, classical format, not even rapid. And if you don't see, then you are going to suffer a lot. That's why I'm not enough good to play these tournaments. Oh, this is I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this, but Aravind is doing. Aravind is doing. I wouldn't against Topalov. And of course, Topalov wins. And let's see the standings. So Fedoseev is. Oh, no, where is the points actually? Yeah, yes, but overall, I need. So Fedoseev is 5.5 out of 6. Levon Aronian is 4.5 out of 6. And then we are having three players: Duda, MVL, Topalov, Deak, Aravind, 3 out of 6. Prague is 2.5 out of 6, but he easily could have more. Alireza is 1.5 out of 6. He's losing 30 rating points. And Gavrilescu is 1 out of 6. Yes, Fedoseev is rushing. So round 6 ended. We do have some time. Let's go to chess.com. Need some play. Not really play. Oh, actually, I'm having my highest rating. Where is the tournaments? Tournaments. Hmm. Yes, we see Hikaru is playing, Hans Niemann is playing, Sina is playing, who very recently won Freestyle Friday. Legend is back is here, who also won one of the titled Tuesdays. Yanni Pomnishi, Shan Sargisian, Alex Bortnik, Faustino Oro, and then Liam Le, Aram Hakopian, Matthias Blubon, Wonderful Time, Wander Liang, Jose, Jeffrey, Anton Demchenko, and Renat Jumabayev, Tamas Banus, and maybe Magnus Ivan will join. Let's see. Still, we do have some time for the games. Let's just keep it open. So Fedoseev is playing Deak, and no doubts, Fedoseev is the clear favorite of this match, this game. Duda is playing Gavrilescu. Duda will push after winning against after winning against Prag. Alireza is playing Aravind. MVL is playing Levon, and Topolov is playing Prag. Wow, very interesting games are waiting us. Wow, Fabi is playing. Fabi is playing. Gurel Edis is playing. I think Gurel won uh, his match against. Yeah, I hope you will be matched. Thank you, thank you, Max. With my sound and with my video, I think everything is fine. Yes, I'm trying some new format. Analyzing, covering for you some events and sharing some information. I hope you will like it. Yes, I was saying about Gurel. Let me open. So Yes, it was organized uh, by Turkish Chess Federation, or at least what I know and what is written here by the Turkish side. And Gural played against Juvenju, and Gural simply crushed or won, as you prefer, 5.5, 2.5. But it was like very obvious. It was for me. If someone had any doubts, again with the huge respect to Juvenjun, but like Gurel, first of all, he's very strong grandmaster. Second, he's like amazingly strong in blitz and rapid format. Let's say from the beginning of the match, I didn't see any hopes. The only hope for Juvenjun was scoring, as many points as she can, and she managed to score 2.5. What other events are we having? We are having zonal tournament in Mongolia, and yes, for men's and for women's. And we see that Tin Jingyao is leading 6 points out of seven, and three players, Gan, Erdane, Agilbek. I think I played several times this player, at least twice. And another player from Vietnam, they are 5.5. Maybe probably one qualifying spot or maybe two, but I think two will be too much, I would say. But one is also less. Many decent players like Taher, Joseph, Bersamina, also Daniel Gizon, Novendra, Prias Moro, and many other good players. Yes, I'm expecting Tin to qualify. And what other events are we having? Vasily Ivanchuk won a very big event, big tournament in Menorca, scoring 8 points out of 9. It was very dramatic end of the tournament. He was facing Pranashem, and he was like in a bad situation out of the opening, and then he managed to get a better and winning position, but he was in time trouble and started making mistakes and eventually got lost position, with Pranesh having more than 20 minutes. But as always, Pranesh started blitzing out and blundered something and lost the game. So Magnus is playing. Magnus is there. Magnus is playing, and here we don't have moves. We have some time. And let's see how can we check the games, because if I join, I don't want to join because I want to cover the games for today. Still, we do have 1 minute. Yes, mm, Chinese team championship is going. Formentera tournament has started. Yes, but not that strong. Uh, yes, in Slovenia, one very good tournament is happening in Sardinia. Yes, in US, A and B groups of St. Louis events, Russian team championship, and yes, many other events. And you just enjoy. If you like chess, then you enjoy this period of time. Okay, games. We'll start, of course, with Magnus's game, but I hope. Oh, come on! But why I'm not allowed to see the games? Like, uh, but this is not. This is kind of not fair, you know. Like, am I asking? I don't even want to play. I just like, how do I check the games? How do I check them? On chess.com, maybe. Okay, let's go to um, events. Let's go to this. Let's go to games. Yes, okay. Here we can see. Yes, I will. We will be Hello, today we will definitely play good games. Huh. Yes, but I'm not playing today. I will be covering the events. So we will, of course, start with Magnus's game and we will focus on Magnus's game. And of course, after when Magnus finishes his game, we will switch to other games. Short castle, queen e2. I'm expecting, yeah, short castle, yeah, short castle. Why opponent is maybe c5. Wow, wow, so many. It's very good. I love it. It's still above my level, I feel. By the way, which can be streamed. Maybe some connection issues. I'm not sure. And here we don't have moves yet. So short castle, of course, queen e2, Magnus goes c5. I'm expecting. And how will Magnus play? Probably c takes d. Knight d5 is possible, I guess. Yes. No, e takes d you can, but after e takes d. But if knight d5, I guess knight takes d5. Yes, e takes d. Bishop a6. Magnus goes bishop a6. So trading the bishops and playing this. This is very logical. Yes, bishop b7, rook fd1. Yes, rook fd1, rook ac1 is coming next. Oh, d takes c. So knight c5 or b takes c. Yes, b takes c. I guess b takes c because if knight c5, then you are in some trouble after knight d4. And which move does Magnus want? Rook c1. Okay, rook c8, I guess. And which move now? h3, just waiting move. Useful move. h6. Okay. I like the way black is playing. Queen b5. Wow. But after queen b5, I do have queen a8, queen b6, queen b6, knight b6 he wants. Otherwise, a takes b, knight d5 is coming. Will Magnus take or, yes, takes knight b6. And which move does Magnus? Bishop a3, maybe? Bishop a3 can be interesting. Knight e5. I don't think Magnus is really much better. King f8, maybe. c4, not bad, not bad. Knight b5, Magnus is jumping. This I don't like because knight a7 is coming. This is how Magnus is tricking. C takes b, but let's say at least a takes b. Yes, they already started. No, not yet. Yes, Magnus is going to win, like knight a7, knight a7. Even knight c6 is there. Knight c6, Magnus will play. Oh, I think knight c6 was winning the game. Yes, but where do you rush? Why do you rush? Knight c6. But which knight? No. Maybe the rook c7, but bishop d6. Rook b7. Yes, better position for Magnus. Bishop e5, bishop e5, bishop d4. Knight is coming to c6. Yes, congrats to Manuel Petrosyan who won a very decent and strong event in India. Uh, Gupta was playing Levan Pansulaya, Karen Grigorian, Boris Savchenko, and many other decent players. Manuel Petrosyan won it by scoring 7.5 out of 10. Rook b1, and still opponent is trying, but with less than 10 seconds against Magnus. And he's getting his chances, he's getting. Hello, hello everyone. And it's going harder and harder for Magnus. Maybe check. Check rook b8. 97, 97, bishop g7, Magnus wants. Yes, of course, winning. Yes, Magnus won the game. It was, of course, expected. Hikaru won, Magnus won, Fabi won, Wesley is winning. It's not that easy, but he is winning. Hans won, Sina won, Naroditsky is lost. He is completely lost. Yes. No, this is like simply no chance. And player from Myanmar? Queen h3, okay, g5. Yes, checkmate is coming in a few moves. Okay, oh, oh, like what is this? What is this? How can you win this position? How can you? Unbelievable, unbelievable. I just don't have any words. I just don't have any words. Like here, d6, rook g1, checkmate. Like what is this? With 11 seconds. Just go and quit the game, please. Quit the game. Let's say I just don't understand. Opponent plays king h4. It's possible to blunder, but not in this way. Hello, 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 Anchi. Okay, let's see what are we having here. Fedoseev is playing, and let's switch this off. So everyone seems won. Gurel won, Sarana won, Jan won, Shan Sargisian won, Alex Bortnik won, Parham won, and seems like many others also. So round two, we will follow. So bishop c5 and b takes c. Of course, if you go b takes c, then you are already maybe slightly unpleasant. But why not bishop c5? Because e4 does not really work. I do have knight f6 all the time. What's the point? Why not bishop c5? Why he is not sure about bishop c5? Before knight f6, queen e2, he doesn't like. But okay. Are we having connection issues? No? Why the opponent only blunder against Naroditsky? Yes, it's like king h4, and also previously king was on h6, and no, something is wrong probably. Duda is playing against Gavrilescu. Reza is playing against Aravind. Enviel is playing Levon. Yes, e4, bishop f3. And Topalov is playing against Prague. Slightly better position. No, something is wrong with the connection. Yes, I understand you are playing Narodzitsky, but okay, why do you allow king to come h4? And if you don't see rook g1 checkmate idea, why do you play chess? Yes, e4 knight f6. If the time we see on our screen is correct, then Bogdan Daniel is in some trouble. And Topalov, yes, Brag can jump 95. Queen is coming to h4. Yes, Levon is okay, but yes, easier to play with the white pieces, of course. You threaten some knight f5. Yes, Alireza is better, but queen f3, yes, he went for some sacrifices. Not easy. Bishop c4, bishop c2. Maybe the best move is some. No, no, this is hanging. So which move to play? Maybe some f5 anyway. I don't like Aravin's position. Yes, e4, knight e4, let's say. Knight e5. Queen h5, you can play queen e8. If I take knight e4, knight e5, queen g3. Bishop e4. Knight e4. No, white is better. But should I start with knight e4 or? Yes, knight e4, knight e5 are in the ones. I don't think f5 is working. Right? Yes, takes queen g3. And, f5 I was thinking about. Bishop e4, rook e4, f5, rook e5, bishop h4, but you're in trouble. Maybe some nice c4, but knight f5 is coming. No, I don't like Aravin's position. Okay, what is this? Rook fc8, black does not have any problems. You don't have e5, takes. Maybe rook d1 is the move. You should try. Yes, rook d1 takes, rook c8, I guess. And white should be a little bit careful. Otherwise, you are going to face some difficult. For example, rook d8 and you are in some trouble. Bishop e5, maybe you should try, and bishop c3. Or if you go bishop e5 and you are careful, you should probably achieve a draw. Uh, that's, thank you, Max. Yes, it is heartbreaking, of course. Yes, black is slightly better. Bishop c6, bishop d3. No, but why do you go e5? Of course, Fedosiev here doesn't have any problems, but he slowly starts creating them. Yes, f4, he doesn't have any problems, but so Levon lost. I don't know why, but he lost the game. So it was really shaky position c4, and surprisingly, this is maybe even lost already. No, knight f2, but this is not the easiest. Yes, actually not much. So take c4 and rook c7, knight b3. You're losing some of your pieces. Yes, unfortunately, Levon lost and Alireza won. Yes, f5, knight g5, f4, bishop f4 takes knight e6. So, yes, Aravind was crushed and Duda is winning. And Prague is also winning. Fedorsev is trying, but and he blunders, I guess. Bishop b6, bishop d2. Ah, rook b1, he saw it. Bishop e3 you should play, I guess. But he will play some rook c1, no doubts. But again, you are not better. Ah, he wants to play this. Yes, you should play king c4. Mhm. But king c4, bishop e1, but that is okay. Duda won against Gavrilescu. No, Fedosiev is not going to make a draw. Yes, but black does not have any problems. Rook g4, bishop e3. And Prague won against Topalov. And he's slowly building some chances. Check, for example, can be very unpleasant. And this is maybe even winning already. And Fedosiev is winning. Bishop d4, you should be careful. e7, of course he goes e7. Wow, so just no words. No words. Like, like beating this position when, or even this one. But here he created slowly. Great job. Great job by Fedosiev. So what are the standings? So 6.5 out of 7, and then Levon is 4.5. So Fedosiev is 2 points ahead. And yes, he's leading. Let's see the title. So second round, Hikaru won, Magnus won, Fabi won, Wesley won, Hans Niemann won, Sina won, Naroditsky won, and then Legend is back, Drew, and then Edis won, Sarana won, Jan won, Shant won, Bortnik won, Farhan won, Faustino won, Le won, Sam Sevian won, Frederick Svane won, Vincent drew the game, Ramakopian won, Matthias won, Shamil Arslanov lost, uh, Soyarov drew, and most of the leaders won their games. Oh, Zaven Andresian lost against Renato Terri. Wow, this is insane. Zaven is having 2683 on, let's say, Zaven's Blitz rating is 2683, which is against Renato Terri. So Renat Jomabayev won, Grigory Oparin won, Andrew Tang won. Yes, many interesting results. Uh, so maybe third round already started. Though yes, third round has started. And of course, we will go. Magnus is playing against Yegor Koshulian. I'm big fan of Yegor Koshulian. I think I lost one game. Maybe even I won some others. So knight f3, bishop e3, very rare line against Yegor Koshulian. Koshulian. c5, d5, most likely. h3, d5, knight d5, knight d5, bishop c5, knight b8. What this is? Bishop d3, e6, short castle. C takes d, e takes d, Magnus goes. With the ideas queen d2, bishop f4, or bishop h6. Yes, c takes b, it takes b, bishop b5, maybe some knight a6 or bishop a6, maybe even bishop f5. I would play a4 anyway. Bishop f4, stopping knight b7, knight a6. Knight is coming to b4 or c7, bishop c6. Magnus knows rook b8. Which move should we play? Bishop b7. I don't like queen a4, knight b4, knight b5 maybe, but bishop c6, rook b5 is coming. You know, Yegor is playing a3, stopping knight b4. And if you go knight c7, but okay, you aren't threatening much. Probably knight c7 is the best anyway. You know, Yegor is playing. Igor. So when are we having? Yes, some minutes are. No, Magnus is going knight h5, bishop h2 looks interesting. Bishop g5 is good. Magnus doesn't even spend any time on bishop h2, bishop c6, d takes c, rook b2. You are very much welcome. I will just jump knight d5 or maybe even capture on d6. I'm not sure about capturing on d6. Yes. Magnus is 2 minutes 34 seconds, and Koshulian is uh, 37. But Koshulian is having 2880, which is like close to 2900. Like he's very, very strong FN. Yes. Knight b5, bishop b8. Yes, you can take bishop c7, knight d5, queen d5. Yes, Magnus goes, and this is just winning for Magnus. Rook fb8 will follow after knight d5. Rook d8, you can maybe even take, but no need. Just queen c5, queen c4, Magnus goes. Rook d1, yes, rook d7. Game over, game over. Koshulian will resign, and he resigns. Let's see some other games. Hikaru, on which game to check? Yes, let's say Hikaru is going to win. Wow, let's see here. Ricard Mkhitaryan is playing against Hans Niemann, and I think Hans is okay. Once is okay. Rook b4 you should go, no? Rook a2 takes rook b5. Bishop d1 maybe? Bishop d1, bishop takes a4. Yes. Savak plays bishop d1. Okay, knight a2 you are losing. Rook a2 you are losing. Knight d1. Yes, knight d1, king d1. Knight c3. The king c2? No. King c2, king c6. Ah, again. Black is okay. f3, rook e3 is coming. No, black is better. Black is better, no doubts. h4, f5. h5, maybe some move like h6 even. But king b6, king a5 is very unpleasant, no? No, this is maybe rook b1. Just go rook b1. Oh, rook b1, rook a2, king c1. No, this is lost. This is lost. This is possible. Knight e4, king a4. Knight a2. Will it take? Knight a2, Hans goes. No, yes, but this is lost. Takes b3 or b3. No, but pawn endgame is lost, no? You can even start with c3. No need, no need. But is it winning? Hmm. Takes, c3, king b1, king c1. c3, let's say king here, takes, king b1. Yes, king b3. Yes, but f3. Ah, but then you are getting checkmated. No, this is lost, and Mkhitaryan resigns. Hikaru won, Fabi won, Wesley won, Hans won. Sina is winning, though I'm not sure. Queen h3, d7, a7. Yes, this is lost. Yes, Narodzitsky wins. Gurel lost. Gurel lost. Alexei Sarana won. Yan won. Shant is playing against uh, Kuziev. Mirazis Kuziev. I think heard I heard his name. King e3. Shant is threatening king f4. King d4. King g6. This is very unpleasant for black. King g6 and now some king d5, but be careful of losing this pawn. Mm, Objectively speaking, game shouldn't end in a draw, but white can torture. Now rook f7, king g5, rook g8, king h5. Shant is trying, maybe not the best way. King g6, rook f4, king g5. Shant goes check. Some rook g1 is there. King g5 or king f5. Will he go king f5, rook f4 maybe was winning. Mm, no, but the problem is 50 moves. I think they are close to some 20, 30 moves without moving any of the pawns. And yes, you see, by repetition. Yes, this is, I was thinking about this. So, Chandru, Bortnik lost. Chandru, Jan won, Parham won, and Faustino lost. And Liam Le won, Goryachkina lost, and Frederick Svane won, Aram Hakopian drew, Matthias Blubom drew, Semester. And Toan Minle winning, Wander Liang won against Bakhtiar Askarov. I think I played him. Jose won. Are we having another round? No, not yet. Oparin won. This is uh, Barat won. Alan Pichot won. Almaz Rahmatullayev won. Pavel Ulyanov drew against Anna Schuchman. Wow. Martin Kravtsev won. Boyan Maximovic won. Okay. Yes, this is winning. Yes, many players are 3 out of 3. Can we see the? I think it should be results, no? Yes, many like Miguel Santos Ruiz, Vane, Shimanov, Terry Renato, Hikaru, Hans Niemann, and another 20, 30 players. Uh, Once it was strong Zugzwang position. Yes, I agree, Max. What are the conditions to play here and who pays for everything? I see some low-rated players, like the travel and hotel expenses. So, Max, if you are asking about Grand Chess Tour Warsaw uh, yes, in Warsaw in Poland. So, uh, like players aren't paying for the hotel. Uh, yes, not even for the tickets. And I know that the last place gets 7,000 euros, which is, of course, for the last place. Usually you don't get anything, but for the Grand Chess Tour, last place gets, I think it is, unfortunately, it is between Gavrilescu and Topalov. For Gavrilescu, it is more or less. I very much respect him, but the things he's much lower rated than the others, and he doesn't do well. And but it is between him and Topalov. But anyway, they are getting 7,000 euros, which is good. First mm, place, I guess it is 40,000. No. It's not like open for everyone. It's like a cycle of tournaments, and many players like Fedoseev, Aravin, Gavrilescu, even Topalov, they got wild card. So they aren't going to participate in all the tournaments, but for this one, they got a wild card and they are playing. And as you can see, Fedoseev is crushing. So he is not going to play all the events, but the one he is playing, Rapid and Blitz, and he's leading, and he's already more than 2 points ahead, overall. Because Aravind, yes, we see he's like at least 3.5 points ahead. I think we are starting the fourth. Oh, we see Norwegian battle. Magnus with the black pieces facing Johann Sebastian Christiansen, who had very bad week in Chess Bundesliga. He lost against Indic, he lost against Taba, Amin Tabatabai, and if I'm not mistaken, he lost another game. So 3 games he lost. So dear friends, any ideas what fruit am I eating? Are you familiar with this fruit? Oh, Magnus goes bishop e7, king c7. Oh, dream scenario for Magnus. Yes, Fedosiev is too good. Of course, he is too good. Fedosiev, twice he finished second in World Rapid Championship behind Magnus, Vishianand. Yes, this is dream scenario for Magnus. G5 is coming, A4 is a weakness. Maybe you can try doubling your rooks along B, but I'm playing just this and this. Yes, I would play rook A8. Why do I push? Why do I push G5 if I can play rook A6 and rook A8? Yes, rook A8. Ah, this was the point. Okay, very smart. Knight D8, Magnus wants to take. Knight H4. Maybe this was... But bishop H4, bishop E8. Of course, bishop E8. I was thinking bishop H4, but why? A5, very smart. B takes A. So B takes A is also working, no? Magnus trusted his teammate. G takes. Knight D1, takes, rook A1, bishop A3, game over. Another point for Magnus. Another point for Magnus. And of course, Johann Sebastian resigns. Hikaru also won. Fabi is winning against Barat. Durarbeli is better against Wesley So. Wow, this is interesting. Vasif Durarbeli is better against, and I would say much better. Very unpleasant position. C5, very key move. And now I'm threatening this. No, this is close to hopeless because I can play forever. The only problem Vasif is having, he's very short on time. But I don't need much time. Knight is coming to D2, rook is coming to F6. If I always I do have some moves. King E2. Okay, knight D2. Okay, A4, King C6. Knight C4, Bishop D3, huh? B4 I can try. Knight C4, Bishop D3, Bishop C4. Maybe Wesley will take, but I don't recommend. Maybe rook E6 is better move. King D2, of course. King doesn't do much here. Rook is enough. Yes, this. Knight E3, B3. Another classy move. Mm. Yes, but rook F6 you aren't threatening. Rook H8 is there. Yes, knight E5, F4 maybe he wants, but I don't like F4. Takes King E3. Yes, you can go rook E4. You can also play King D3. Yes, this should be lost, or at least very unpleasant. And Wesley doesn't know what to do. Very technical chess by Magnus. Yes, yes. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting, but no, this is not interesting at all. This is lost for, like, what's the... Oh, takes King D6. Oh, A5. Before A6. B3, A7, B2, A8. No, before A6. King D3. No, this is lost, no? No, Wesley is... No, of course, Wesley is going to lose. So, what? And please, Hans lost. Hans Niemann lost against Reza Mahdavi, Iranian player. Sina is in trouble against Jules Musa. Almaz Rahmatullaev drew against Daniel Narodzitsky. Alexei Sarana won. Jan Nepomniachtchi won against Mahel Boyar. Shima lost against Parham. Martin Kravtsev lost against Liam Le. And Sam Sevian is playing against Boyan Maksimovic, a very strong blitz player. But both players are insanely strong. King at 7 and then King G7 he wants to play, but Sam will play G6. No need. G6, of course, G6. But G6 takes, F takes C. Yes, you should take, or he doesn't know, but King G6. How are you going to enter? Should be better, but I'm not sure this is winning. I'm not sure this is winning. Maybe from the other side of the board, but Sam wants to play. Yes, but you cannot. You cannot. Yes, you can take B takes, B takes, come back, but Sam is trying. No, but this is drawn and game. No, this should end in a draw. Fortunately or unfortunately. And did they start it the round? No, round 8. Yes, they started and they are almost finishing it. Alireza. And what are we having? Levon is playing. Wow, this is such a chaotic position. Well, here I think we are having some broadcast issues. I don't believe Topalov having only 20 seconds. Levon is playing against Fedoseev. Seems equality. Aravind is playing Prague. Maybe this. Wow, Sam managed to win this position. How? How did he manage? He tricked. Okay, some break is there after 4 rounds, and here we are. Alireza is losing. Bishop f4, I guess. Which move do you play? I'm not sure. Bishop d6. Bishop e5 is coming. No, not bishop e5. Knight f5, knight d6, bishop e5. Knight x7, knight c8, queen d6, bishop e5. Which move? Maybe h4, h5? Yes, he wants to get the pawn. But rook b8. Yes, this Duda is losing. Mm. Wow, what a position, f6. Bishop f6, knight f6, g takes f, g takes f, rook e1, bishop b7, bishop e5, rook e5, queen e5, rook e5, queen c. But why not bishop b7? Queen g4, knight e3, bishop takes g2, knight takes g2, queen takes d, yes, king h3, rook e3, queen d2, rook e2, queen d4. Gavrilascu won because I think yes, of course. On time. And rook d2, rook f2, rook d4, knight e3, knight f6, king g7. Maybe knight e3, but oh, Levon is in trouble already. Yes, you just go f6, rook d8. Oh, so from x, just knight h5. Another win for Fedoseev, and Aravind is also in trouble. Prague is winning, and MVL won. MVL won, and yes, this is lost. This is lost for Aravind. Yes, he resigned. So MVL won, Gavrilescu won. Two games, winning two games against Veselin Topalov, legend, so easily. Yes, unexpected. Yes, Fedosiev is 7.5 out of 8. MVL is 5 out of 8. And then Levon and Prague 4.5 out of 8. Duda, Deak 4 out of 8. So Fedosiev simply crushes everyone. And he's being very lucky, but at the same time, he also plays very good chess. So we are going to have some break. And hmm, Magnus scored 9 out of 9, and Fedoseev is scoring. Yes, he have Fedoseev Alireza? I think he has all the chances to score 8.5 out of 9. Like, if I would bet Fedoseev to win against Alireza because how many points Alireza is having? 2.5 out of 8. Like, Fedoseev is 7.5 out of 8. Alireza is 2.5 out of 8. No doubts, like, Alireza is very strong, but in such a form, Fedoseev is very good, very strong at the moment. Yes, he is going to win. Yes, we do have, wow, wow, many. Magnus is playing Renato, Eli Renato, international master from Peru. Yes, no doubts he deserves title of Grandmaster. I'm not sure how good he plays. What's his classical rating? But his blitz and rapid skills are amazing. Several times I played him, and most of the time I'm losing. So Magnus, instead of going the most principal bishop d2, he plays something rare, knight c3, d6. Magnus takes, and I guess he wants to take on d8 and play some bishop d2 or something like that. Yes, he goes bishop d2 with the ideas long castle, and later on he will see where to develop this knight on from g1. Yes, knight f3, attacking the pawn, knight b7, I guess. Will Magnus go long castle? But you should be careful of bishop c4. Maybe I can take it. Yes, Magnus b3. I guess he will castle short side, h6, stopping knight g5, and I don't see any problem for Teddy Renato. Yes, a3. We can take bishop c3, bishop e7. He wants to play this short castle. Magnus will go. Yes, you should. King c7, h3. Not really sure what's the idea of h3. Rook d8, rook. Ah, bishop e3. Okay. Okay, very classy, very classy. Bishop c5. Oops. If someone is FM, do they get finance to travel for tournaments, or how does it work? No, no, no. If you are having only FM title, like most of the time you aren't getting any conditions. Even not, you should also pay entry fee. So uh, travel cost, hotel, food, entry fee, like everything, simply package of expenses. But let's say if you do have already title of international master and grandmaster, mostly grandmaster, e4, I don't like bishop f4, bishop d6 he wants to play, but that takes knight d2, knight d2. Yes, he blundered something, but knight d2, g5. With the title of grandmaster, like I would say most of the time you are getting hotel, you aren't getting tickets, uh, but hotel you are getting, sharing with someone. Even once I shared my room number with Vladimir Fedoseev. It was in 2023. Hey, my headphones aren't working right now. Can you chat instead? By the way, which game do you stream the most? Cheap viewers. Wow. We are interested in cheap viewers. Like, what is this? All the time I'm getting. Of course, I'm joking. V3, knight d3, takes f. Wow, Magnus is better, no doubts, because of this knight b5 ideas. Ah, he managed. Though you are having pawn on f2, but you are in trouble. Your king is in trouble and you are in trouble. Oh. Yes, please, Max, are you having any more questions? If you do have, like, you don't have any title or you have FM, even IM, International Master, you aren't going to get any conditions most of the time. Maybe only you won't pay the entry fee. Yeah, g5, classy move, bishop d2, and now again, bishop d4. I like bishop d4. Bishop d4, maybe I will play e3, but e3 some nice c5, or bishop c3, bishop c3. Bishop d4, e3, I guess Magnus will play or not. Maybe knight f2, rook a2, knight c5 or knight e5, knight h5, Magnus, knight e4, but knight e4, f5, maybe e3. No, but previously I thought only I'm facing difficulties to play this very tricky player, Terry Renato. But if Magnus also gets like he's being outplayed, like Bishop e5, knight e5, tactical idea. This guy is, everyone is suspecting him like previously because against Magnus Like he's outplaying Magnus. I don't know what to say. I'm not accusing, of course, but like, what is this? You're simply outplaying Magnus. Bishop somewhere to a7. Knight f5. I think Magnus is losing. Rook d2. Bishop e3. No, Magnus is completely lost. Takes knight f5 back or knight h5, knight f4. Knight h5 even classier. Knight f4. Now we will see. Bishop h3, bishop h3, bishop h3, knight f3. Okay. Mm-hmm. And now we see that he's oh, very famous cheater. Very famous cheater, Renato. Oh, guy, you are like I don't know how else cheater should look like. He was cheating. Our smart boy was cheating. So you simply outplay Magnus, and then when in time scramble, you start playing like a I don't know, like who? Like before getting to time trouble, he was playing like giant and monster and outplaying Magnus. And in time trouble, we are very humble. We are 2100 player, and chess.com doesn't do anything. Rook d2, knight h5, like how you, yes, I don't have doubts that Magnus is also suspecting this guy. Like from this position, he almost lost. Like, why do you take knight g2? Why do you need that stupid bishop? Just bishop f5 or bishop h3. I think bishop h3 is just finishing the game, no? Bishop h3, knight f3, knight d2, knight d2. Okay, that is completely winning, but not enough winning. Yes, getting -5 against Magnus, and after -5, yes, very strong. Rook e8 and then rook h8. And then b6, okay, rook e2, and then king d6. Oh, b takes c, like strongest continuation. Okay, I don't know what to say. Of course, I cannot accuse anyone. So Tuan Minle drew against Hikaru, Magnus drew, and Fabi lost against Renat Jumabayev. And this is not the first time Renat is winning against Fabi. Alexei Sarana won against Grigorio Parin, Jan drew against Rasmus Svane, Param won against Alan Pichot, Liam Le won against Vasiv, Reza Mahdavi lost against Sam Sevian, Frederick Svane won against Jules Musar, Pavel Sobinsky lost against Matias, Jakub Kazakovsky won against Daniel Narodzitsky, Yagis Kaner Dogmus won, Shan Sarkisian won against Roberto Molina, Vincent Keimer won against Wojciech. Jose Martinez won. Anton Demchenko lost. Almas Rahmatullayev lost. And are we having? So still some time. Maybe another round has started already? Yes, I guess. And Sam Sevian is playing Alexei Sarana. Where is Magnus? Magnus is playing Jose. Oh, I want to see this. I want to see this. Another Magnus is having very tough event. Yes, that's why I'm also facing problems against this Terry Renato. Of course, when you are having the engine next to you, uh, it's always easier to play because like so many tournaments, so many titled I'm following, and I never seen anyone outplaying Magnus when Magnus is playing seriously, and he doesn't start. Usually, he's playing some f3, f4, knight h3 stuff, and there, of course, you can get winning positions. But here, when Magnus is playing something serious and he's in form, and some 2400 player decided to completely outplay. What's the rating of this Terry Renato? Renato, some. Oh, okay, then I apologize a little bit. 25. Rapid Blitz. My classical is 2611. Rapid is 2546, I guess. Blitz is 2550. Okay. Jose. Of course, Magnus is much better, and I like this bishop on c2. But this is typical Jose, getting a lost position and all the time playing this the same openings and getting the same lost positions. This is how you progress in chess. I don't have anything, but my play is, yes. I want to push to 22, but still you say even CM or FM don't get sponsored, so how do they make money? No. First of all, coaching, and if they aren't coaching, then with CM or with FM, you you don't make much money. Only coaching. Because how else can you imagine a lot of grandmasters are playing or international masters and you with some CMs or FMs are playing, like what's the probability and chances that you will win the tournament? Probably very, very low. Like maybe you can find some students and you can coach and maybe make some money. It's like saying um La Liga is there, English Premier League is there, and football players are making millions. And let's say, uh, like players from African countries, or I don't know, from uh, some low leagues, and they are maybe even not making some few thousand euros monthly. Hey, Joe, hey, I'm fine, thank you. What about you? Yes, and now I wouldn't say Magnus is like completely winning, but he is of course better with this knight on a4. And this is typical Jose Martinez. Yes, Magnus at some point will push f5, of course, and maybe it's the right time, but I'm not sure. Yes. If you go f5, yes, knight f4, g takes f, not queen f4, f5, h4 is hanging. Oh, very classy. Very classy. Queen g2. Magnus doesn't, let's say, oh, did you try feijoada? You know how many times I asked my wife, let's go, let's try feijoada. Otherwise, what I'm going to tell my viewers, my friends, my subscribers. Uh, yes, we didn't uh, try feijoada yet, but we definitely will. We definitely will. Today we went, we had Vietnamese soup pho, but it was like very bad, very, very bad one. Like, I don't know why some restaurants are calling themselves Vietnamese after having such a awful pho soup, you know. So I very much like this Vietnamese pho soup. Okay, Magnus is better, but it's complicated. It's complicated. Takes c5 is always hanging. Knight e7, rook e5, maybe bishop g4, bishop g4, queen h4, rook h5 is coming. Queen h4, queen h4 maybe. Rook e5, he goes takes knight f5, bishop a4. Magnus, of course, bishop a4, and now rook f6, bishop g4, bishop g4. Maybe it's the right time to start sacrificing. You do have also rook e1. Knight g6, classy move by Magnus. He is outplaying rook e8, queen d6, bishop g4, h takes g, rook h5 is always coming. Oh, this is very smart. So how often do you eat feijoada? Yes, Magnus wins. Sam Sevian lost against Alexei Sarana, so seems Alexei is doing well. Well, Fredericks won against Parham. We should, of course, see the games, boards. And here we are. Here we are. This we should see. This we should see. And this we should see. What is this? Big news. We are excited to announce. Um, yes, no doubts. Fedosiev is going to score 8.5 points out of 9. This is the game. He is going to beat Alireza. He was winning against Alireza in rapid tournament. There's every restaurant serves feijoada every Friday. I don't know why, but I don't eat it. I don't eat very often. Maybe every Friday we should go to that place. No, we know one Brazilian restaurant, but somehow my wife says they are only serving some meat. Yes, Queen E8. So this is already much better. I don't have any doubts. So what's the move? Which move should we play? Knight E2 looks interesting. Knight A4, D6, D6 interesting. Yes, D6, but I'm not sure. Yes, Aldereza wants some Queen G6. So which move? No, we shouldn't take d takes c. I don't think we should take because mm, but f4 is coming. F4 is very unpleasant. F4 is very unpleasant, so that's why. The best continuation should be maybe some queen e2, but queen e2 is very obvious, you know. Queen e2 with the idea to take this guy. Maybe, you know, why not? Rook e1, actually. It takes knight a4. It takes knight a4. And what about my queen e2? Is it working? Not probably. So yeah, we are not going. No, queen e2 does not work. Knight a4 and Fedoshev is much better. Max is saying, uh, but it's possible to leave out or chess without having to do another job. Honestly, FM is too strong. They deserve to have income, but as you said, even not excellent footballers have decent salaries, even those who play in reserve casually. But yes, FM is nothing compared to worldwide ranks. Even and having to do another job beside would not feel good. Yes, yes, I'm not joking. It's the reality. Let's say if you are CM, FM, even international master, you know, even international master. Let's say you are 30 years and international master or 25 international master, you aren't going to make any good money. Only if you, let's say, regularly do some coaching. Because, many grandmasters are there, they are also playing the same tournaments. So, what's the probability that you will win the events or just you will finish in top three or top five? But you do have also some expenses, like you should reach to that place. Most of the time, you are not going to get the any conditions. Queen f6, and now, of course, queen a7. I think he wanted to go queen a7, but maybe he realized that bishop e6 is coming. Yes, not sure why he went this queen d4. Maybe the point was bishop f6, queen a7, queen a7, but I can also take rook b2, knight d5. Queen a7, bishop e6 is coming. Will he be upset? Yes, rook e1 maybe? Maybe rook e1 with the ideas knight d5 to go, but knight d5 is not much. Bishop d5, bishop d5, bishop d5, huh? I would consider going rook e1. Chess, is it very... Yes, yes, I agree. The problem with chess is it's not a very uh, watchable for regular audiences. I mean, one could watch a soccer match without knowing the rules and still get what is going on. Yes, yes, I agree. I agree. Much easier, of course, to watch football. Much easier just to... Mm. Oh, things. I think Fedoseev is going to miss his chances. F takes c, queen e3 he wants to take, and rook b2. Hmm. Yes. Yes, unfortunately, he's maybe in some trouble already. Like bishop d8, I would consider here. Or the same idea with bishop c5. I guess some king, rook d1, rook d7 he wants to play, and then queen e4. It's a bishop c5, queen, rook d7, queen e4. Very nice move. Very nice move. What's the strongest continuation? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Um, and even if you know the rules, you still have to some ability in chess to actually appreciate top games. Yes. Yes, yes, I agree. Unfortunately, for chess players, we are having that issues. And we see another time scramble. Bishop c5 is coming, and rook c7, bishop, rook c6, bishop b3, rook c7, rook d5, and this is again better position for Fedosiev. No doubts, he will torture some king g2, maybe even queen d3, classy move, rook d7. He is threatening. He does have chances to win. I would even consider going some. Ah, yes, he decided to be very safe. To be very, very safe. Yes, of course. Right decision. Bishop e1, Alireza goes. And Deak won against Topalov. I don't like bishop f2. I don't like bishop f2. Why do you go bishop f2, Alireza? What is happening? What is happening? Bishop f5, maybe? Will get more interest by people eventually, so there is more input. And yes, Fedosiev is better, much better. Bishop f5. Yes, takes. Whoa, rook f7 is coming. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bishop e7. Of course, he sees bishop e7. Will this be enough to win? No, he decided to make a draw. 8 points out of 9. Amazing result. Duda won against Levon Aronian. MVL drew against Aravin. Prague won against Gavrilescu. Fedosiev drew. And Bogdan Deak won against Topalov. And what are the results? And actually, Topalov did 3 out of 9. Gavrilescu 2 out of 9. Alireza 3 out of 9. Like, okay, this we finished for the moment, and round 7 is going. Magnus is playing Vincent, and Magnus is maybe not winning, or what is this? Was he winning? I think he was. Maybe not. No, this should be King C3. You go Rook A8. What's the problem? Oh yes, game ended in a draw. Alexei Sarana won against Rinat Jumabayev, Hikaru won against Frederick Svanen, Magnus drew. Jan lost against Juan Minle. Renato Terry won against Shan Sargisian. Renato, with the engines next to you, let's see the game. No, but it was not that easy, maybe. Okay, let's see from here. Very complicated. Black is better, I guess. Oh, look. Why not it takes G takes? Knight f5. This is okay. Check. Okay. Yes, Alexei Sarana is 7 out of 7. He's facing Hikaru. A4. Bishop F. Knight C4, Knight B6, or Queen C7. He goes Queen C7. Bishop G5. Maybe E3. G3, E5, D takes C, Knight E5, Bishop F4. Knight of D7. Alexei doesn't afraid of G5 or F6? G5. So Bishop E5 or something else. Knight E3, G takes F, Knight F5, long castle. Queen C2. Morozevich variation. Rook D1. Yes, which move do you play? Some Knight D6. Short castle, I will take F takes and then push H5. Short castle, F takes G, H takes G, H5. Mm, and now I don't like white's position. 94, maybe 94, H4, A5, H4. Yes, I can also go A6. I think A6 is stronger, no doubts. But Icaro goes H4, A6, and then H takes G. Oh, maybe this idea of Castling short side was not the best. So, Joao, are you here? So every time we think that this Brazilian restaurant will not serve feijoada because it's a buffet, and we thought they are only serving some meat, barbecue type of meat. King H1, I like what Alexei did. Not opening H and G files, though he lost his A5 pawn. Yes, it's like few times we asked, but we didn't really try anything. It's like in a very good place, you know. It's like city center, like very uh, good looking restaurant. Robertson, Feijoada, Feijoada. Queen e4, what is happening? Alexei Sarana is 1 minute 16 seconds. Hikaru is 1 minute 20. A5 protecting the bishop, and knight f7 does not work. Knight b7 does not work. Should I go knight c4 or should I play some rook c1? No, rook c1, bishop d6. Maybe rook d4. Yes, Arana is the leader, 7 out of 7. Hikaru is 6.5. So this is the first board. After this round, 6 minutes break. Yes, rook d4, of course, because not much uh, to play. Magnus drew 2 games against Terry Renato and against Vincent Keimer. Yes, at the age of 56, Ivanchuk won tournament in Menorca, very strong tournament. What do you think, friends? At the age of 56, and he's back to top 100. Ivanchuk, Vasily Mikhailovich. Yes, knight c5, 96 is good. Knight f6, 95 is good. Rook e8, 98, queen e5. Not bad. Rook d8, king a7, queen g3, I guess, or queen f4. Queen f4, 96. 98, maybe queen f4, but 96, 98, queen f4. Queen g3 goes, and then rook f8. So Hikaru plays some slow chess. 96, rook d3, rook d7. Hikaru is better, probably, but it's not very easy. He has safer king. He is threatening rook f8 to d8. Wow, I'm big fan of Ivanchuk. I didn't know. Yes, I played 2 classical games against Ivanchuk, maybe even 3, but probably 2. No, I guess it's 2. 2 classical games. Both the games ended in a draw, and also we played for the same team last year. It was Portuguese League, and we won the Portuguese League. He was playing board 1, I was playing board 2, and he was crushing there everyone. So let's say just to be back to the question Max was asking, to the topic Max uh, was asking. Knight f6, knight f6, knight f6 was there. Knight f6 tactical idea. Mm. Let's say you are having CM or IM, or even you are having GM title. So in titled Tuesdays, you are going to play all the time against Hikaru, Magnus, and oh, oops, oh, oh, he tricked. Very tricky. But here, I guess knight f6 was working, you know? Knight f6, of course. Ah, Hikaru saw it. Very unfortunate. Wow, Magnus lost. What is happening? Yes, yes. Vincent is losing, and 2-1 against Renato. Game will end in a draw. Rook take queen d5, but Magnus lost. Sina won against Renat. Andrew Tank lost against Liemle. But how did Nikita Meshkov won against Sam Sevian? This is the most unexpected result. Yes, Shan Sargisyan is playing against Alexander Donchenko. What's the position? I think it should be winning, no? Very easy win, or not very easy, but it is winning. Just go king e6 and then bishop g6. Yes, bishop. Yes, this is lost. Yes, Magnus lost. Oh, he lost on time. Magnus lost on time, which is like Karam lost against. What was? Whoa. Okay, this we know more or less. Wow, 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 wow. Jules Musa is also streaming. Again, we are having very long break. Okay, once again, thank you very much, dear friends, for being with me, Max, Joao. I appreciate very much. And today I tried to cover Blitz, part of uh, Grand Chess Tour, first 9 rounds. Uh, yes, but I started from round 6. I guess generally I covered maybe 4 rounds or three, probably four, and then 8 rounds in 8 rounds of Title Tuesday. I would continue covering, but it's already late. It's like midnight here in Singapore, and if I if I'm going to stream it till the very end, then I would maybe play the tournament. Yes, once again, thank you very much. If you have any ideas, any suggestions, please uh, let me know. Uh, Also, like daily, I'm posting a lot of puzzles, positions from different tournaments, different games. If you like it or you don't like it, just I need some feedback. Maybe you need some below level of puzzles or high level, harder puzzles or easier. Uh, just let me know, or you would like to have some more positional stuff. Just let me know because already like last I don't know 10 days I'm posting different puzzles and positions. Not from any books. I'm creating my own. Just taking analyzing so many games. Also, I started posting some information about my uh, how am how am I spending my days in Singapore with my wife and generally as a tourist. Yes, yes, of course. I'm hoping to taste and try feijoada upcoming days and post about my feelings. Thank you very much, Max. Uh, Appreciate very much. So I'm going to finish the stream. How am I going to finish it? Yes, I guess it stopped streaming and stream.